To know our true expansiveness, we can learn how to shape our beliefs about ourselves. We can ask if they make sense and if they are based on the consciousness of our heart or in some aspect of fear. We know many of you are devastated by the massive earthquake that rocked your planet last week. Collectively, once again, the human family is realizing that you are all in this together. You are part of the earth, a living organism in which your souls are cells in her body. You have called for love, and yet there is so much resistance to love in so many individual lives that Mother Earth herself had to create a release for this pressure. She moves, shakes, and settles more deeply into a new skin, in much the same way you move, stretch, and shake when you feel the tension that must be released in your own body. Something has to be the cause, and the fear is already being generated, which will grow exorbitantly over the coming months. So that by the time the remain in your homes is implemented, news of this fungus and its claws will have spread far and wide and created enough fear necessary for people to do as they are told. Yet, is it not that so many now, having experienced this over the last few years, simply will not comply? There is indeed this possibility, and those that choose not to will be doing so because they know. Yet, this does not mean to say that to be shut down is not necessary, for this particular excuse is for the greater good of all. This particular fear tactic has an underlying attachment which, again, as we say, is necessary for all to remain indoors for their safety, and yet this safety via confinement has nothing to do with a fungus. As we say, this is merely a camouflage. I know you have said that it is in order for the truth to be revealed in ways of screen time, and for us to be shown what really is going on. So much anger, frustration, etc. will stir up in the large majority when truths are discovered, that it is for our safety that the military be on the streets, etc. To keep control of the masses that could so easily become out of control. This again, I have heard about for so long, yet it still feels hard to accept that something like this is actually ever going to happen. We can realize that it is possible for us to be aware of our inner knowing and to pay attention to the energies that we love and are grateful for. Our choice is always for love and expansiveness or for fear and contraction. When we are living intentionally, we can constantly choose our energetic alignment. We are playing a psychological game with ourselves. We've placed ourselves in a psychic maze, and we're trying to find our way out. The way out is our choice of reality. We choose our reality with the vibrations that we pay attention to and align with. By imagining scenarios filled with love and joy, we open ourselves to experience those energies. By imagining scenarios filled with tyranny and adversity, we open ourselves to those experiences. What we pay attention to is important for our personal energy signature and the limitations that we place upon ourselves. If we feel fulfilled in every way, we experience the energy that we align with. When we feel trapped in a limiting lifestyle, we stay that way until we change our belief about ourselves. When we elevate our feelings to freedom, gratitude, and joy, our limitations can be resolved and we can open ourselves to guidance from our intuition. When we can believe that we are living in freedom, joy, and love, we create that level of energetic expression in our awareness, and we attract the experiences of those energies. Each one of you is a microcosm of the whole. So many of you who are sensitive have been feeling this shaking and quaking in your own minds, hearts, and bodies. It is the movement arising from the spark of divinity within, trying to help you settle into your new skin, so to speak. Collectively and individually, you have all changed these past few years, and it is not possible to backward. You can no longer ignore your feelings without feeling increased emotional pressure. You can no longer ignore your body. You can no longer ignore that still, small voice calling you forward with love. It is becoming increasingly difficult and often painful to ignore your hearts. Imagine standing in a trickle of water. Resistance is no big deal. Now imagine trying to resist the flow of a vast and swiftly moving river. You would exert far more energy and effort to fight that flow. We have been busy in the heavens welcoming home the countless souls who have transitioned in this recent quake. We have huge celebrations with them. They know that their death looks tragic to those of you here on Earth. They also see and feel the love that has been released. They know that humanity is allowing it to flow in a greater measure, even as we speak. Religious conflicts and cultural biases are put aside in such a catastrophe. You relate to one another soul to soul, ignoring superficial differences. You reach out to those you have never met. You share with those you will never know. You're finding your hearts even more deeply, dear ones, while loving and assisting one another. I felt as if I stopped you from saying painful. You did, yet we know your reasoning was not to create fear. Indeed, yet we also wish to prepare your being for what is to come, so that your strengths can carry you in the knowing that the rough passage has to occur before the waters calm and a peace covers your planet. It shall be the bumpiest roller coaster one could possibly imagine. Of this, there is no doubt. Yet, you are ready. And even though we cannot tell you exactly what this shall entail as you are riding the storm, you will know that this is meant to be, and this will assist you greatly in the knowing of that, which is on the other side once that part of the plan has been acted out. Why is it we can't be informed in more detail of what is to come? And I already know what you are going to say. You need not wait for disaster to release the love within. You need not ignore your hearts. Whether or not anyone told you how lovable, worthy, deserving, and unique you are, we, in the heavens, want you to accept that this is our view of your incredible souls. It takes courage to come to Earth. It takes courage to dive into the contrast, perceive separation, and challenges that inspire such monumental expansions of love. You have only our love, our respect, and our support. It is time to allow love to flow. Do you feel like resting? Shut your eyes for a few moments and relax. Do you feel like ignoring a phone call? Please do it. You can call back later. Do you feel like finding something that will inspire you? Then sit quietly and imagine feeling inspired. Ask us for help, and then listen to your heart when it guides you in the smallest ways. Tiny steps often lead to big revelations and big changes. Do you want more kindness on your planet? Then be kind, starting by being kind to yourself. We are here for you. Not one of you is without angels, guidance, love, and support. Call on us. Shut your eyes, breathe, and receive our love. These are tumultuous times, but they are also times when there is great potential for love, expression, and a newly emerging world. Even as you redefine yourselves, embrace your worthiness and intend for your connections. Mother Earth is doing the same. Reach out to your brothers and sisters in need in whatever way you are inspired with love, prayer, kindness, support, etc. Your world is slowly but surely moving into an understanding of its deep connections with one another and with the cosmos at large.